8 as the Thunder take a 3-0 lead over the Lakers, who, like Game 2, actually had the lead at the half of this game.
Hey, bye-bye. I think the only way the Lakers can win a game is they put these games in like the second and third quarter.
Nope, not
Mason
OKC.
Wallace
Others
for
like that.
3.
Others only play well at home, huh, Kenny?
Nah, these
Not
ain't
for
others.
OKC.
That's the difference. I told y'all, we might be watching the beginning of a dynasty, guys. The difference.
You saw Rui Hachimura. He's been the most consistent guy on that
Oh,
team
Leo
so far.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Leonardo, what up?
Oh, good
How's
bye.
that need, Leo?
Dunk it.
You know,
I want to tell you something funny after we do this highlight.
But the crazy thing about Oklahoma City, you call them the others. You know what I call them? Stars in waiting.
Exactly.
Like they have guys that are just waiting to be stars. They must have the best. They don't have others. Sam Presti, you know how much I love Masai Ujiri. Welcome back. But Sam Presti has taken over as the best GM, and they must have the best scouting staff in the damn world. And if they get a top 4 pick tomorrow, no, let me tell you something. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm praying they win the lottery to stop tanking. That would be karma for OKC to win the lottery after all this tanking that went on. Wouldn't that be karma, Shaq?
Yes, it would be.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen. They win the lottery tomorrow.
A.J. Mitchell, how good was he tonight?
A.J. Mitchell, man.
24, 4, and 10.
Boy, oh, he's hunting.
See, now everybody's going to be wanting to do a pregame interview.
That's exactly right. Listen, I told you, those are stars in waiting. These guys, look at that pass. Good, punch that. I mean, these guys
my son.
can get it done. Yeah, Ernie, look at this, man. You know what I like about them, Chuck?
What's your story?
They don't play well only because Shea is there or not there, or Jalen's there. They play well regardless.
I mean, obviously the third quarter, we'll start with that. We didn't have the energy, the effort, and they put a 30-plus point quarter on us. And kind of took care of the game right there, honestly. We had moments, obviously, in the first half that was really good for us. We did a good job of sharing the ball and knocking down shots. In that third quarter, we didn't knock down shots. We didn't defend or get stops, I would say. We defended, but we didn't get stops, and it allowed them to kind of take control of the game.
What is your level of anger and or disappointment?
I want to say I'm not angry or disappointed. I mean, obviously you're disappointed in the simple fact like you being down 3-0, obviously. But I mean, we still got life, and that's all you can ask for. And we got to be much better on Monday. See what happens.
JJ compared the Thunder to some of the 90s Bulls teams or the 17-18 Warriors teams. So they're an all-time great team. You obviously played against those 17-18 Warriors teams. Do you think this Thunder team ranks right up there?
They're pretty damn good from top to bottom, and they don't let their foot off the gas.
LeBron, in the third quarter, collectively, you guys are minus 31. What's happening in the third quarter, them versus what you guys are doing?
I don't know, but obviously the number speaks for itself.
When you guys played Oklahoma City, and I think it was February or something like that, you talked about how it's their ability to sustain energy, to sustain execution. Going up against that in this series, just what have you kind of made of their stamina in that way?
Oh no, it's not nothing. It's because it's not surprising. I mean, you've seen them over the years. They have a lot of bodies, and they got a lot of guys that can do multiple things on the floor. So, it helps to have that depth.
About what kind of effort will it take to get one game? What's it going to take from you guys?
I mean, obviously we got everything. Everything and more to beat a team like this. So we got to be our best, be at our best on Monday.
Well, when you guys get to any team gets to an elimination scenario, it literally could be the last time that group is together as it's constructed. Is that something that a group should acknowledge or does acknowledge? And what's key to if you don't just focusing on the
No, you don't really talk about that. You focus on the moment at hand and go from there.
JJ was talking about how they have the ability to kind of shape-shift within the course of a game and just adjust because of the different personnel that they have. You've been on some teams like that, but what is the challenge when you're trying to almost put something out on the floor that they have and they're able to just switch on the fly?
I mean, just it's very challenging. They have the proper personnel to be able to, like you said, shape-shift whatever you kind of put out there, and and still be productive no matter who's on the floor.
Lakers had a 2-point advantage at the break. 59-57 was the score. This season, Through the first round, the Lakers were 40-2 when leading at the half. Unfortunately for the Lake Show, in this series, they're 0-2 with both of those losses coming in the last 2 games. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and A.J. Mitchell on the floor post-game. What y'all don't get to see and hear is Big Perk before we start the TV side of this thing. He's here now with us on SportsCenter. And Perk, when we were talking, you mentioned that despite the lead that the Lakers had, there was no shot that they were going to walk away with this one. What leads to a dominant effort like this from the Thunder?
Man, first of all, good to see you, Trail. Second of all, did you see how the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're laughing at the Lakers. They were laughing at them when they had their fellowship moment after game 2 it was in Oklahoma City with the officials. Look, the Lakers just don't stand a chance. They don't match up to the champs. They're full of two-way guys. And what happened tonight is that we saw that Sam Presti have the best eye in basketball when it comes to talent. All of a sudden, SGA is not having an SGA-type series or game. And what do you see when he's on the bench? You see the emergence of A.J. Mitchell. Not only does he go for a playoff career high, but also the decision-making because he had a playoff career in assists. This is how deep and dangerous this team is. It's moments that it could be Chet Holmgren that look like the best player on the floor. Alex Caruso comes in and his impact is all over the place, especially defensively and bringing that tenacity. So when you look at what they done, all they did was headhunt and search out Austin Reeves tonight. That's the conversation that we need to talk about is him, Austin Reeves.
Yeah, defensively, he has proven to be a bit of a liability, so they got some things to work out. A.J. Mitchell, 24 points, 10 assists on the evening. Perk, don't go too far. We got to get some more thoughts on everything playoff basketball, all right?
All right.
New on SportsCenter, J.J. Redick after the loss.
Well, again, the turnovers, we lower number, but they still scored 30 points off those turnovers. I think we had 5 of them in the third. I think all of them actually led to them getting fast break transition baskets. I don't know what they ended up being, but I know at one point they were 11 of 17 from 3 in the second half. You're not getting stops. It's harder to score. But again, the MVP is 18, 22, 7 of 20 tonight, and they've kicked our ass 3 straight games. They're an incredible basketball team.
JJ, beyond what you saw in game 2 that led you to share your post-game thoughts, sometimes coaches will try to plant seeds to change the tide of a series. Did you feel like the officiating, there was any impact in it compared to last game after your remarks?
No, again, I said after the game we didn't lose that game 2 because of the officiating. Just pointing out some discrepancies. That's all.
JJ, what was your message to your team down 3-0, knowing that you guys have done some stuff very right, and to your words,
third straight game, we're right there after 2.5 quarters, and we tried different lineups, tried different coverages, still lost those minutes again. We've got to be better, but I'm not giving up on the series, and we're going to go try to win on Monday. We're going to try to extend the series, and we're going to try to take this thing back to OKC.
Was that the end?
All right, J.J. Redick calling the Thunder an incredible team, and the head coach of that incredible team, Mark Dagnall, new on SportsCenter.
I thought the first half
franchise where he's going to be a cornerstone paired with Luka Doncic that you believe that could be able to compete and have a legit shot of coming out of the West and bring back home a championship. Because let's be real, just like the Celtics, the Lakers, it's a standard. The standard every single season is championship or bust. It's no in between. The Laker fans are not satisfied with this.
Down 3-0 with Game 4 on Monday on a night. SGA shoots 7 of 20, and OKC still scores 131 points.
Smoke.
Big Perk coming back with us to talk more NBA in just a bit.
Oh, plenty more in the NBA, but good Lord, it does feel like it's a wrap for the Lake Show at this point, dog. Like, that was tough watch.
Perk laughing at some of the questions.
He is tickled by the efforts of the Lakers.
We're going to see why the last laugh in